This is poem number 72. It's called Spring Jack and is part of my folklore series. On the 8th and 9th of February 1855, the whole of southern England suddenly came alive. The air was cold, it was snowing heavily that night. Around the Exe in Devon, villagers took fright. Hoof-like footprints appeared in the snow. People followed them to see where they would go. A group of villagers coming the other way stopped and asked, what in God's name were they? 4 inches long and nearly 3 across, striding 8 to 16 inches, obviously not a horse. The tracks were from 40 to 100 miles long, over rivers, houses, walls. The tracks went straight on, over snow-covered rooftops, on top of garden walls, into and out of drain pipes, although they were so small. In the press, great excitement was produced. Vicars preached, "Do not be seduced. Satan or the devil, the God-fearing must beware." Spring Jack, a legend, was spawned right there. Jack had struck before, for in 1837, a girl called Mary Stevens had a strange occurrence. On Clapham Common, a figure jumped out of an alley, kissing and touching her with claws cold and clammy. Mary screamed and her attacker fled the scene. People searched for him in vain all across the green. This monster was seen again. Victoria was enthroned, making extraordinary leaps, looking thinly boned. Like the devil in a black cloak with sharp clothes, he wore a helmet and tight-fitting oilskin clothes. His eyes red balls of fire, witnesses made claims, breathing out profusely blue and white flames. He jumped in front of a carriage, it crashed, injuring the driver, leaping 9-foot walls and cackling with laughter. The press formally named him Spring Jack, and from that moment on there was no turning back. The Lord Mayor of London said a letter had been sent from a resident of Peckham claiming Jack was a gent. It revealed, in his opinion, someone of a higher level had wagered a companion to dress up as the devil, visiting villagers from London to the coast in 3 different disguises: a bear, a devil, and a ghost. The wager being accepted, he went about his task. The villain frightened ladies, wearing a hideous mask. 7 ladies had swooned, depriving them of their senses. 2, not recovering, became a burden to their families. At one house he called, and ringing their doorbell, standing there all in black, a spectre straight from hell. That girl too had fainted, overwhelming her defences, again like the others, not returning to her senses. The matter reported, the Lord Mayor was inundated with letters from various residents, their content all related, from Brixton to Camberwell, Stockwell and Vauxhall too, Lewisham and Blackheath, as far as Waterloo. 2 incidents were reporting involving teenage girls, June Allsop in Oldford, and in Limehouse Lucy Scales. At her father's door, Jane Allsop, confronted by a man in black, asking her to bring a light. He had caught Spring Jack. He had him in the lane, and would she bring a light? Jane brought a candle, thinks she was doing right. The fiend threw off his cloak, revealing a hideous sight, breathing flames of fire. His eyes were red and bright. He wore a large helmet and tight-fitting owlskin clothes. Grabbing tightly to her, he started to tear her robes. With long metallic nails he was scratching at her gown, Jen screamed and the man ran into town. Thomas Milbank said it was him in white attire. He was Spring-Heeled Jack, but was unable to breathe fire. Central to the case was the fire-breathing skill, acquitted by the jury as he did not fit the bill. In 1838, Lucy Scales and her sister, walking home, left their brother's home in the Limehouse part of town. Entering Green Dragon Alley, a figure in the gloom spurted blue flames at Lucy's face, causing her to swoon. Lucy fell to the ground and was supported by her sister May. Their brother, hearing screams, ran to the alley where they lay. The cloaked man had walked off quickly, a lantern in his hand. The police could not find him. He vanished on the strand. A tall, thin man of appearance was the girl's description. After this encounter, Spring-Heeled Jack passed into fiction. Stories in the papers about this bogey man were used to scare the children. Jack's legend had begun. Appearances became less frequent as time went by when, in 1843, Jack was seen again. Many searches were made, but Jack had gone to ground. The Duke of Wellington joined the search, but still he wasn't found. Jack was linked with the Devil's Footprints in 1888 in Liverpool on a church roof in Salisbury Street, and again in nearby William Henry Street in 1904. That was the last report. Jack appeared no more. Spring-Heeled Jack passed into legend as a costumed gent, a comic superhero protecting the innocent. No one was ever caught, and theories were rife of the identity and abilities, the longevity of his life. Skeptics say mass hysteria was the order of the day, developing round bogeymen. Even the devil comes to play. Myself, I'm not convinced that everyone's a liar. So after dark, in street or park, be wary of gents who spit blue fire. Thank you.